What do you guys think about Marc Hector? He re-emerged on the bodybuilding stage at the 2022 Arnold Classic UK. We haven't seen him since the 2020 British Grand Prix, Europa Pro before that, a week before that, I think. Did he improve, guys? Is Marc Hector getting better? He's gotten bigger. Now, I'm going to say this, might confuse you guys, might upset some of you guys. He did improve. But he was no better, and I'll tell you what I mean. We're going to do a comparison between the Europa Pro, Marc Hector, and the Arnold Classic UK, Marc Hector. He took 5th at the Arnold Classic, underneath Martin Fitzwater, who looked fantastic, I might add, and he took 7th at the Europa. Now, did he improve? Yes. This is insane. Have you guys even looked at this comparison yet? Look at the legs. He has, oh gosh darn it, 5, 6, 8 inches? Maybe more on those quads? This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Definitely a weak point for him back at the Europa. Now, here's where I say he was no better. He had improved for sure. I mean, you put all that meat on them quads, but he is nowhere near ready for this competition as far as Marc Hector type condition is concerned. Now you can see that right out of the chute with the midsection. If you're going to put all the beef on the legs, make sure you're in condition and your midsection is as small. Obviously gorging processes and things of that nature, bulking up. Pretty hard to narrow down that down the midsection like it was. But the upper body just seems to be much more peeled. Much more striated in the lower half, too, is Hector. So, yeah, he had improved, but this version is no better. Turn to the side here. Now, since we're on the topic of legs, wheels, I mean, look at the big swoop on the top of the quad. This guy must have just only worked his legs for months and months, over a year. Wow. Put on the beef for sure. Now, this is where it makes my job a little bit more difficult. I can't just ignore stuff. Marc Hector, one of my favorite guys out there, don't want to insult him at all. At all. I mean, Mark H. I'm a Mark H. My last name starts with H. My first name's Mark. So I feel you, man. I feel you, man. But anyway, looks like he may have torn his pec. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to disrespect you guys by not mentioning that. Midsection's much more thick, much more distended. Here is the hoo-ah pose. Is this real? Is this wheel size real? Look at this, guys. This is insane. But then again, he is no better, like I said, because he nailed his condition. He needed another, like Arnold told Louis when they were having breakfast. You know, it's not time for you yet. You need to still a couple of months. And Arnold, he sounded like he was being rude. Like I sound like I'm being rude now. But you know what? Marc Hector probably would agree with me. He probably realizes that he did need more time in the oven to dry out, to, get the fine cuts. You got to bring at least the same condition you did before. And obviously he did put on a pound of size. Turn around. And like I said, I hate to reuse that word insane, but it is incredible the amount of lag size this guy put on. It is a different human being altogether. And I don't know if I missized it or what. Obviously, you can't see the rest of the feet, but I mean, I don't think I missized it that bad. The guy looks like he has put on inches on his calves as well. You see that? I mean, they're bubbly, round. You just didn't get that back at the Europa. Back much thicker, wheels much bigger, like I said. But ultimately, guys, they'd probably give the Europa Pro the win. Well, maybe not anymore. Maybe not anymore. You guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, definitely a layer of water on those glutes. He's definitely not fat. But you look at the Europa and he was just ripped to shreds, monsoon. Gorilla. Ripped to shreds. Now, here's the rear double. You can see the prominent lat insertion lines. They're a little bit more defined at the Europa, and that has nothing to do with him having more meat back there. He has much more meat back there. just that he has another, like I said, another month to go of dieting. So let us hope we see Marc Hector, and this is going to excite you guys. Now listen to this. He competed at the Europa, then he competed a little bit after, maybe a week, two after this, at the British Grand Prix, and he was bigger, more filled out, and maybe even better conditioned at the British. So let's hope he competes again. Here's the most muscular to finish this one off. Let's hope he competes again and dries out a little bit, because he obviously did the work in the off seasons. It was 2020, 2022 now. So it's been a while since we've seen this guy. He done the work. Look at the legs, guys. Calves included. Look at this. It's insane. And I didn't missize it that much. His head size. You got to look at the head size, kneecap size, as you guys pointed out before. Teardrops are just twice as big, thick, raw meat. This guy's impressive. And like I said, yeah, maybe a torn pec. And I hate to bring stuff up like that, but you can't see it in any of the other shots, just that side chest. Maybe it was that he just didn't have a proper pump. You get the proper pump to go out on stage, and but obviously he does look like he's pumped. Few extra lines in the delts. You can obviously see tighter midsection, maybe more cuts in the legs. Obviously he has a different set of wheels here. It's not even the same man, which is incredible. So I don't want to downplay all that improvement. I just would like to see this guy as peeled as he once was. So yeah, it's doable. Definitely doable. A lot harder to put lag size on than nail your conditioning. Anyway, guys, Marc Hector, he is the future. I made a video before saying a lot of guys are going to be maybe Mr. Olympia champion someday, including Martin Fitzwater and this guy as well. Marc Hector, an incredible bodybuilder. Tighten up those glutes. Show those legs. Show the work you did. Hit thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.